let's go.
Crossing over to the forward.
Hey guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today we're going to be reviewing this deck. A lot of requests for a Mega Knight, Skeleton Barrel deck, and is Skeleton Barrel meta? Is it good? Do any of you guys use Skeleton Barrel? It's been a long time since I've shared a deck like this on the channel, and the main reason is because I didn't think the old version of Mega Knight and Skeleton Barrel was that great. Not to say that some people can't have success with it, but GamingWithCiv here, who is a Norwegian pro and also a YouTuber, he uploads like once a week. This is his signature deck here. And since he substituted the Prince into this deck, instead of Spear Goblins, it's been night and day. He's been able to push to top 200 ladder. He's rattled off a couple flawless Grand Challenges in a row. We're inside one right here on the 11th match inside this Grand Challenge. Today, we're going to do it all, guys. We're going to do some ladder matches live. We're going to do a Grand Challenge, hopefully finish this off live, and I'll show you a replay against a difficult matchup, so stay tuned. This ought to be a good one. Well, that was just a pro activation there. I don't know about that minor placement there by GamingWithCiv. He allowed his opponent to get that snowball minor king tower activation. But back to the Prince for a second here. Why does adding Prince make that much of a difference in this deck? Well, two words for you. Bridge spam. Bridge spam is everywhere right now, and Spirit Goblins are not going to be helping you against bridge spam, against bandits, against battle rams, against ram riders, but the Prince definitely will. So not only that, but Prince gives you an additional kind of win condition in some situations, and Prince gives you an additional option against Pekka, against tanky troops, against Royal Giant that Spirit Goblins previously just didn't have, so you don't have to put all the reliance, all the weight on stopping tanks on the Inferno Dragon. Now, taking a step back from the Prince in this deck, as you guys can see, we do get a connection there. Talk about Prince as a win condition. Prince can be deceptively sneaky with that huge lance extension. Did that come out right? That huge lance that he has, that Prince is lethal. And you proved it on that right tower, the guys. So the snowball comes down despite that king tower activation. 45, 40, 50 seconds left in this match here. Things are looking pretty good. The balloon comes down. Inferno Dragon on that balloon. We zap away those bats. We have bats of our own on the Musketeer. We will take one balloon hit there, but we should be able to pull this off here. We have a huge damage advantage on the right tower. Miner connects there. Meanwhile, that Musketeer is distracted by that Inferno Dragon. So we take the tower down to 160. Now remember, there is no big spell in this deck, so we're really going to be relying on the Miner and the Zap as our direct threats to the tower. Now we have to stop this push here. Uh-oh, Lumberjack. Okay, bats come through in the clutch here. Bats, you guys know, if you've been watching this channel for a while, the bats are one of my favorite card, and it looks like they're going to catch the Miner. They're going to cycle to another Lumberjack there, so good defense by the opponent. Going to take this one into sudden death overtime, but I think we still have this one locked up. We get a little bit of damage onto the tower. Zap will finish it. Looks like we don't even need the Zap. Minor placement, good. We take that tower down. So let's go ahead and hop into the next Grand Challenge match, see if we can finish off this 12 win, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the deck. No. All right, guys, here we go into the 12th and hopefully final match against Suki here. And, so the Prince, obviously great addition to this deck, even though it makes it a little bit more expensive. It just gives it that versatility that you guys are looking for, both on ladder and at tournament level standard. This is a great global challenge deck in my estimation. So here we go. It's going to be a bandit. This is going to be great because it's probably going to be a Pekka bridge spam deck, which is exactly why we have the Prince inside this deck. And we do go ahead and rely on that Prince there defensively. Then we use the Mega Knight. I don't know if we needed the Mega Knight there. Probably going to run into a Pekka, and we do. So we run into the Pekka here. Interesting. The Prince gets one more kind of stab in there on that Pekka. I don't know. Everything's coming out very punny today on this channel. But regardless, hopefully it's going to be a good one. That's a very good eye roll emoji there. Well, very well timed by GamingWithCiv. Now check out his YouTube channel, guys. I mentioned this earlier, but is that Pekka? Okay, we have the Goblin gang there ready for that Pekka. Baby Dragon's going to respond as well as the Bar Barrel. So this is going to be a tough matchup. He's playing the bridge spam version with Baby Dragon and Bar Barrel instead of Zap and Ewiz, I believe. So it's going to be a bit more difficult here. Let's see how we can negotiate all these spells. I think that a deck like this, Zap Bait, is way better positioned. He does have Ewiz in there, so what other cards are out? Royal Ghost. Okay, so Baby Dragon's in there for Royal Ghost. So that's going to make this a difficult matchup, but still, I think that he can handle this. He beats Pekka routinely here, as I've seen on his previous grand challenges. But anyway, shout out to his YouTube channel. You can find it in the show notes in the description below. He uploads once a week. And again, he has a lot of content on this deck. So if you're looking for more matchups that we don't get to in this video, certainly check out his YouTube channel. A lot of good content there. So here we go. It's going to be Inferno Dragon in the back. And yeah, as I was saying, this deck is way better positioned than traditional Log Bait, in my opinion, right now in the meta. It doesn't really have a really awful matchup out there, and it can contend with pretty much everything, and you at least have a shot to win with this deck. And here we go, a big push. Going to run into the Pekka again. But check this out. We have a Miner, we have Inferno Dragon, we have a Prince, all taking down that Pekka. Pekka is down, so is our Mega Knight, but Miner's getting some nice chip damage onto that right tower. He gives the well played, and now with about 15-20 seconds left in this match here, definitely going to be going into sudden death overtime. But here we go. We don't have enough elixir here for the Mega Knight. We are going to take a battle ram connection in that left lane, but the Bats and the Goblin Gang do a very good job of cleaning up. Meanwhile, we have the Prince on the right tower. The opponent gives the good game. We zap away. 364, 300 damage remaining on that right tower. Meanwhile, on the left tower, we take it all the way down to 967. Now we just have to deal with this final push, maybe from the opponent. Well, I say final, but that's not the case. Again, we really need to make sure that we connect for some damage. We don't have a big spell. So here it comes, a Pekka in the right. We send in the Miner. We're going to get some nice chip damage with that Miner and the Skelly Barrel Death. The zap comes down. That's going to be GG. Boom, there it is, 12 win, nice and easy there, well done, GamingWithCiv YouTube. Let's go ahead and hop into a ladder match, guys. All right, guys, here we go. We are currently 202nd in the entire world. Now, what about the rest of this deck, Ash? I opened up the video. Man, I've gotten a little distracted this video, not gonna lie. Not my best job at being a host and commentator for you guys. I apologize. But what I was saying is, first of all, Skeleton Barrel is one of those weird cards. I never feel like it's meta, but I always feel like it's a hassle to deal with. I mean, even if you push with just a Skeleton Barrel and Bats at the bridge, it's annoying to deal with. You can't zap the Bats right away because then you won't have your zap for the Skelly Barrel. You can hold off on your Bar Barrel or your Log for when the Skelly Barrel drops, but the Bats will get all kinds of damage on your tower in the meantime. So it can be one of those tricky decks to defend. That's why I think it's just a great option for you guys. And this is one of those decks that it's not the highest skill cap in the world, but it is on the higher side of average in my opinion. So it's one of those decks that just practice makes perfect. If you take it into the arena, you lose 6 out of 10. Don't fret, don't frown. Now we're making rhymes here. Don't fret, don't frown. Just turn that smile upside down. No, all you gotta do is basically practice. Practice the difficult matchups. See what you're doing wrong. Understand when to pressure with that Skeleton Barrel and when not to, when to kind of hold off. And that will be the key to having success with this deck. Now, if you look at the deck comp in the battle deck below me here, you can see we have the Goblin Gang, we have the Skeleton Barrel, we have the Bats, and we also have the Inferno Dragon. 4 cards that your opponent can potentially use their zap against. That's why Zap Bait is really where it's at right now. And of course, Bar Barrel is not going to be working very well against, well, it's not going to be working at all against Inferno Dragon or against the Bats in this deck. So here we go. We're going against Ryson, who's a really good top ladder player. We do a really nice job evading that Barbarian Barrel in the right. We're obviously going against Royal Giant here, so let's see how we're able to get damage against this matchup. He has Furnace, he has Baby Dragon, he has NATO and Ice Wizard. Plenty of answers, plenty of responses to our Swarm cards. but can we get through with like a Prince and Inferno Dragon, which are going to really come in handy against this Royal Giant. Again, Royal Giant is one of those matchups, especially this version of the deck with Lumberjack, that this deck traditionally can struggle with. So lightning comes down, we block that lightning with the Prince. We're not playing any games here, we're not messing around. We use the Inferno Dragon and the Prince and the Mega Knight, all the tools that we have at our disposal against that Royal Giant push in the left. Meanwhile, on the right, check this out, guys. We have a, oh my god, this is gonna be tower down. Miner on the tower, skeleton barreled. Nice job redirecting that baby dragon by GamingWithCiv. And now Ryson, despite the early maybe a little bit of jovial BM going on, he gives the well played. Now we have the Inferno Dragon and the Skelly Barrel to block for that Inferno Dragon. We're not going to need it. No worries, the match is over. We have won again here. So far, a flawless start to this video by my man, Civ. Let's check out the next match here, guys. It's 148 in the world. All right, guys, here we go. Let's do 2 live ladder matches. We did the 2 challenge matches. Flawless, another 12-0 victory for this guy. Man, I wish I had these type of skills. He's given wows and white flags. Does he know this guy? Our Borgess. It's funny, in Boston here, where I'm from, we have a sports reporter named Ron Borgess. I wonder if that's him. I don't know. Anyway, I'm joking, but yeah, I don't know. Is this another Royal Giant matchup? It's too early to say, but you see the Mega Knight, or the Mega Minion, excuse me, and you also see the Tombstone, and that's kind of what I'm thinking early on, and there it is, another Royal Giant matchup. Well, you guys, if anything, should walk away from this video and understand how to handle Royal Giant at the very least, which is a good tool to have in your toolbox, especially on ladder right now, where Royal Giant is really number 1 or number 2 in terms of the meta right now in the game. So as a lightning comes down, so notice how we placed that Inferno Dragon and the Prince nice and high there. We're going to take 1 shot from that Royal Giant, but it could have been worse. Now we have the bats to deal with that baby dragon. Immediate response on those bats, and we do get to the tower with that Prince for 1 stab and not 2, but we get the tower down to 9202 damage. We kind of threw away that Goblin Gang there, but the elixir advantage is still in our favor here in the second match against our Borgess. So 133 remaining, 130 remaining here in the match. We send in that Miner. He does have that NATO, but not in hand because he just used it on that previous sequence. I was like, ooh, risky spot placing that Miner over there, but obviously had the heads up to know that NATO was not in rotation. So here it comes. It's going to be a Mega Minion against the Inferno Dragon. The opponent's going to go ahead and reset with a Tombstone. We decide to use the Skeleton Barrel against the Tombstone here. These are the small decision-making things that we like to focus on here, because I would have never thought to do that, but now you know if your opponent drops that Tombstone, and especially if you have the elixir advantage, go ahead and use the Skeleton Barrel there. So now it's going to be a Royal Giant used to try to kite this Prince. He tries to NATO the Prince away from the Royal Giant. It's not going to work, but it's not really going to matter either. The Inferno Dragon was able to take care of that Royal Giant. Now we go in with another Skeleton Barrel to kind of tank for this Inferno Dragon here. We send in the Miner as well. So we have a Miner, Skeleton Barrel. We have a Prince opposite lane. Keep an eye on that Prince as well, guys. We have a Goblin Gang opposite lane. We're going to connect with that Prince. Oh boy, this could be game right here. Another NATO by the opponent, but we get that left tower down to 811 HP, guys. Inferno Dragon again being used beautifully against that baby dragon and preoccupying that Ice Wizard in the right lane. Now we have another Ice Wizard in the left lane. We're going in with the Skeleton Barrel, a Miner again. Miner in the back there. Miner's going to get some chip damage, taking that tower down into the 600s, make it 529 and 435 remaining. We got to stop this one last push, and we have the Prince and the Inferno Dragon in this deck. That's going to stop the Royal Giant. It's going to stop the Golem. It's going to stop the Giant. It's going to stop the Goblin Giant. You name it, we got you covered here against Beatdown. Now we have our first Mega Knight play of the match. Mega Knight, Skeleton Barrel, Inferno Dragon. We are going all out here, ladies and gentlemen. We send in that Miner. We zap. The NATO comes down. 166 remaining on the tower. Bar Barrel comes down. Mega Knight does not hop on the tower. He's hopping on skeletons from that Tombstone. A really nice Tombstone by the opponent. Okay, one more stop defensively. Well, guess what? He has Lightning in hand, but he has no Zap in this deck. They have the Bar Barrel because, you know what? Inferno Dragon's not really in the meta right now, but it is in this deck, and now we connect, and that's another victory for GamingWithCiv YouTube. He has not lost here yet on the video. I love it. All right, guys, I'm going to show you a replay because he has to go. He said he had family obligations, so no more live matches, but let's play this, he's currently 130, in the 130s, I should say. Let's play this matchup here against Ram Rider, E-Drag, Bar Putt. A really annoying matchup against a really, really good player. He's also top 2000 ladder, Lay Shaitan, or something like that. So here we go. Let's go with the Goblin Gang at the right side. Bar Barrel misses a little bit. We're going to get a little chip damage to start this out. We answer with Bats in the right lane. Then we go in with that Miner. So let's see what this opponent has here. He has an E-Drag. Bats are going to get a little bit of chip damage against that E-Drag. And then the Miner's going to hammer away on that tower, taking it down to 1853. Here comes that Ram Rider E-Drag push. And that's a beautiful time to use the Mega Knight there. Mega Knight positioned perfectly so that the Ram Rider won't get any damage and the Electro Dragon won't be able to chain his lightning onto our tower. So beautiful placement there. Now it comes a Mega Knight again, gonna run right into the Bandit, who again is everywhere right now. But the Inferno Dragon able to take care of that Bandit. Now we have a Musketeer at about 80-90% health coming down the right lane. We have a few options in hand. We have Goblin Gang Prince Skelly Barrel. We end up using the Prince here comboed with the Skeleton Barrel, and the opponent's gonna respond with a Barbarian Hut. We should be able to take down this Barbarian Hut. Meanwhile, look at all the damage this Miner is going to get on the tower while the Prince takes down that Barbarian Hut. Think about how much elixir the opponent had to use here on defense, and we just are relentless with the pressure, guys. Prince is going to get to that tower. We're going to do some more damage to the tower thanks to that Goblin, and the Musketeer that they were forced to defend with is already sitting at like a quarter health. This is going really well here so far with about 15 seconds left in single elixir time. We're going with the Prince and some Bats again at the bridge. We drop the thanks. We know he has nothing in hand here. I guess he could have used the Ram Rider, but Ram Rider will not stop the Prince as well as she will, say, a Hog Rider or a Balloon, which is straight up a hard counter using the Ram Rider snare ability. So it looks like the opponent has given up. Well, there it is. That is how you handle this matchup, guys. Okay, so kind of a lackluster replay at the very end there. It looks like the opponent just gave up, but that's how you can make your opponent rage quit, even with an annoying matchup like the E-Drag, the Bar Barrel, and the Ram Rider. This deck does really well in this meta, and this is what we see every meta. We see things, decks kind of, start to be widely used, such as bridge spam everywhere, such as Ram Rider everywhere lately inside the meta, and then we see people adjusting, adding Prince to decks that previously kind of struggled with the current meta, as we talked about with the Spear Goblin. So that's why try this deck out, even if you're not usually a Mega Knight Skeleton Barrel player. I think if you sub in the Prince, you'll have a much easier time for all the reasons we discussed in this video with the current meta. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Happy end of Sunday, early Monday, depending on when you're watching this, or hey, happy whenever if you're watching years in the future. Come on, Ash, just end the video already, dude. All right, so check out GamingWithCiv's YouTube channel and his stats and player profile thanks to statsroyale.com. Also, a huge shout out to my YouTube partner, Bren Chong. Check out Bren's information in the description below. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.